piece I'm working on right now, completing for Marianne Gythfeldt. It's called Little History of Photography, and it takes its title from a 1931 essay by Walter Benjamin that preceded his more famous essay, The Work of Art in the Age of Mechanical Reproduction. So Little History of Photography is, as the title suggests, much more focused on just photography, what it means, what it's done to certain traditional art forms, notably the portrait, how the portrait changes as a result of photography, and also the meaning of photography of scenes that don't have figures in them. So Atget was a French photographer that Benjamin was particularly interested in. He's interested in these scenes that were completely deserted of people and yet expressive in certain ways. So one of the observations that Benjamin had made was that the representation of reality expresses nothing of reality itself these days. That was part of the idea of his thinking about photography, that it wasn't really about reality, even though it seems to be capturing a particular scene. So that suggested a very direct metaphor to working with recordings of musicians. And since I've done a fair amount of work involving live computer processing of musicians, I was very interested in the idea of writing a piece that might involve thinking of the performer as someone who's posing for the camera. In this case, of course, the camera is an audio camera, so it's a microphone. So the idea that somebody is playing something and addressing themselves to the microphone, and that you could present to the audience both the live interpretation of an idea and then bring that recording back that you've made during the performance with certain modifications to the sound that would make it very clear the aspect of that thing is now having been fixed in time. It's something that interested me very much. It came very directly out of the title of Benjamin's essay.